Hello there, this is John V, Software Evangelist at JSCAPE. Today, I'm going to show you how to migrate from Oracle Java to OpenJDK on a Windows host, and then configure an instance of JSCAPE MFT Server on that host so that it will start using the new OpenJDK installation instead of the old Oracle Java. This can be very useful for JSCAPE MFT Server customers who want to avoid the paid subscriptions that's required if you're using Oracle Java. JSCAPE MFT Server readily supports OpenJDK, so you won't lose any of MFT Server's capabilities when you do an Oracle Java to OpenJDK migration. Now, before you do any migration, you might want to check first if you're actually using Oracle Java to run your JSCAPE MFT Server instance. The easiest way to do that is by launching the command prompt and then running this command. If you see something like this, then that means you're using Oracle Java. Now, in some instances, it's possible that you're actually running multiple versions of Java, and the one you see when you run java-version is just the version Windows is configured to use by default. But that might not be the version your JSCAPE MFT Server instance is running on. So, to know for certain which Java version MFT Server is using, navigate to your JSCAPE MFT Server installation directory. Go to the var log subdirectory and open the server o.log file. Once you open that file, look for the entry that displays the JRE being used. In most cases, especially if you only have one version of Java running on your Windows host, the JRE version displayed there will match what you see when you run the java-version command in the command prompt. Another place to check, especially if your log files no longer hold the information we're looking for, is the inst_jre.cfg file found inside the .install4j subfolder of your JSCAPE MFT Server installation. Once you open that file in the text editor, you should see the path to the exact Java runtime environment used by JSCAPE MFT Server. Basically, whenever JSCAPE MFT Server starts up, it will check this file to see which Java installation it's supposed to run on. Again, if you only have one version of Java running on your machine, the version of that JRE should match what you saw earlier when you ran java-version. Once you're sure you're using Oracle Java, you can now proceed to download and install your desired OpenJDK distro. In this example, we'll be using the one from Red Hat. So as you can see from their site, this is Red Hat's implementation of OpenJDK, which, as you know by now, is a free and open source implementation of the Java platform. In the download page, you'll see several installers in MSI or zip format. Personally, I prefer an MSI rather than a zip installer because I like the program to be added to the program folder and the programs module where I can easily find it, but you can pick whichever installer you like. I'm running my JSCAPE MFT Server instance on a 64-bit Windows server, so I'll just download the MSI for that. If you haven't done it yet, you'll be asked to register for a Red Hat account. It's free, so that shouldn't be a problem. Once you've registered, you'll then be allowed to download your desired installer. And as soon as the download completes, just run the installer and follow the instructions in the installation wizard. Note that if you specify an installation directory and not use the default directory, you need to take note of your chosen directory as you'll be needing it in a short while. After installation, you'll effectively have two JREs or Java runtime environments running on your Windows host. One Oracle Java and one Red Hat OpenJDK. Because your JSCAPE MFT Server instance is still running on Oracle Java, you'll need to tell it to use OpenJDK moving forward. Remember that inst_jre.cfg file found inside the .install4j subfolder of your JSCAPE MFT Server installation directory? That's where you're supposed to enter the path to your newly installed Red Hat OpenJDK JRE, so that JSCAPE MFT Server will know it's supposed to use that version of Java. But where exactly is it Red Hat JRE? If you didn't specify a location during installation, the default path should be in C, Program Files, Red Hat, then the OpenJDK version, and then JRE. You need to double check that. Once you've obtained the right path, replace the original path in the inst_jre.cfg file with that new path. So in our example, the original path, as shown earlier, was C, Program Files, Java, JRE 1.8.0_151. And the new path is C, Program Files, Red Hat, Java-1.8.0-1.8.0.232-3, and then JRE. So we delete the old path and enter this path into the inst_jre.cfg file, like so. After saving the changes in the configuration file, you need to restart JSCAPE MFT Server in order for it to use those new settings. Just to be absolutely sure, I usually run the stop service batch file, check whether the service is already stopped, for example by attempting to load the JSCAPE MFT Server administrative web service, and then after confirming that the service has indeed stopped, start it back up again by running the start service batch file. After a couple of seconds, you can verify whether JSCAPE MFT Server is actually using the newly installed JRE by opening the server o.log file again, scrolling down near the bottom, and checking the JRE version if it matches that of the newly installed JRE. If you are sure no program is using your Oracle Java installation anymore, you can simply uninstall it to avoid any confusion in the future. That's it. Now you know how to migrate from Oracle Java to OpenJDK